no. Do not insult the aircraft. These are well-maintained pieces of art. Those are wraps, by the way, not duct tape.
John Weyrich gonna get in the 484. Keith Firmin,
you don't look certified.
106.
And we got a special guest in the crowd today, the world's greatest welder. If anybody ever needs a weld done, him and his family, Edwin down here. I love you, Edwin. Give me a shout out. Yeah, baby.
All right, big special day. Everybody's out here. Chuck Tippett, everybody.
Oh, Chuck Tippett gonna get into Waco.
So the Barons out here performing a safety check. We got our pilots climbing into their aircraft here. Keith Firmin, John Weyrich, Dave Conn, Rick Conn, Chuck Tippett, Joe Bender over here, looking over their aircraft, make sure that all the instruments are working properly. They're going to do one little quick briefing side by side here. Hand signals, radio checks, everything. Make sure that their gauges are working well. That every instrument, oh my, really?
Get away from the plane. I'm making sure they're good to fly.
They're fine. Let the professionals check it over. Last I checked, you didn't have your certification on safety checks, pal. He's talking to you. Please listen. I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Baron looking over the aircraft. Is everything looking good to you so far?
No, these planes look like they're made out of junk.
They are not.
My plane looks like it flies.
What?
These don't.
Okay.
It looks like Tom and Jerry
Conn
built
ready.
that thing.
Joe Bender ready. Dave Conn ready. Chuck Tippett ready. Keith Firmin ready.
Okay, while the Baron does his safety check, we're going to go on down here. As you can see, the pilots getting everybody ready, checking over their instruments, checking over their props to make sure that everything is good. Last little bit of radio checks, and you hear it. But can we see the 450? It's up there in the sky. Try not to look at that big ball of fire.
Gentlemen,
I can hear it.
Start your engine.
Ah, there it is, folks. Tim Bridges and Jim Shore fighting, continuing to climb, but they're looking down at the traffic here below. The other thing that they're looking at, folks, is the wind direction. We have these flags up here on the fence line here. They're not just for decoration. They're also telling our pilots and our crew which way the wind is blowing.
There we go, John Weyrich firing up a Continental 220 horsepower engine built in Muskegon,
Michigan. So sometimes
Michigan.
the wind's blowing in the same direction, sometimes
Keith
it changes. So this is a nice visual for everyone to pay attention to, seeing where the wind is taking off. And as you see, here we go. We're firing up those engines, folks.
Waco UPF 7. Dave Conn.
You do that. Whatever makes you happy.
Going to give us some great aerobatics for us today. And now a 300 horsepower Lycoming built in
Come on, he's got a
Lycoming
job
County,
to do.
Pennsylvania.
He's got to perform.
By Joe Bender. And Rick Conn down to the end of our 123.
Hope you had a nice trip, Baron. See you next fall. All right, the Baron gets what he gets and he doesn't get upset. And here they go, everybody. Taxiing on down towards the runway there, taking off to the south. And as they're taxiing on down, pay attention to how they're going down. That's how they're going to be flying up in the air in the formation. Wave goodbye, everybody. We're going to see them soon. Safe flight, everybody. So they're taxiing on down. You kind of see it as almost a triangle formation there. That's how they're going to be flying up in the air, too. Don't want to get lined up like that because you got what they call prop wash, and the wind and the propeller speed can kind of throw those planes off balance. So kind of have to practice on the ground too, taxiing on up and being up in the sky. But that's pretty much how you're going to see them up above your heads. And talked about earlier there, here's our jump crew. We've got another flag there. And on the ground there, they're going to be setting up the signal panel for Jim Shore Fighting and Tim Bridges to keep an eye out for. But we're going to wait till all these aircraft are up in the sky. flying around. That way there's no traffic on the ground. There they are, folks. And if you brought your cameras out today, today's a wonderful day to take photographs, folks. Not a cloud in the sky, a little bit of that Virginia haze, but you got a nice view of the skyline over there, the tree line. So feel free, come on up to the fence over here, get your cameras out. Great time to capture some memories. Do you want to help?
What is that thing for that they're setting up?
That is the signal panel. That's what all the pilots, especially Tim Bridges and Jim Shorefight, are going to be looking for. Yep, they're up there. So it's a nice visual. They're going to be holding up the flag too, so they see which way the wind's blowing.
Don't worry, the skydiver's not gonna come out.
So once again, folks, they're not just taxiing on down to the end of the runway. They're actually having another little briefing too, making sure that their equipment works, making sure that they know which order they're gonna fly into. And you're gonna see them shortly here, taking turns, flying in the formation that they taxied down in. So, looks like they're turning on around. Signal panel set up. The flag is in the air. Let's hear them rev up their engines, checking their magnetos. That means checking their spark plugs, make sure that the spark, everything's firing correctly. One last check while they're down there. Safety first out here, folks. You know a little about safety, huh there, Baron?
That's not supposed to be in our airspace.
Yeah, a little bit, 50-50. Okay, cool. Revving up the engines, here they go, folks.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet, make a video. Here we go. Formation takeoff.
Dave Conn leading the pack, followed by Keith Firmin and John Weyrich. Everybody give them a wave. They can see you, they can hear you down here, so don't be shy, have some fun with it. And we got Rick Conn, Joe Bender, and Chuck Tippett taking off in the second group. Give them a wave, everybody. And away they go. Let's see if we can find that 450. Last I checked, it was right over there, right behind us.